Welcome to our channel HistoReddit on our journey to those in need, where YouTubers are encouraged to reward their fans generously. Our first post talks about the generic letter B. Hey, that's blank, right? It's certainly interesting. I found out about this through Blink, saw your materials at the zine fair, and was really impressed. Thank you very much. It's always gratifying to find people who appreciate my work. I was hoping to get a copy, but wait, let me send you the link. In fact, I'd love to have a copy of yours. Okay, I got it. You are lucky. I still have a few copies from my last shipment, which cost $15 each. We can meet somewhere near the cultural center to make the delivery if you agree. I will share this with my followers on Instagram. I'm sure your creations will be very successful. His works are incredible. In fact, I am not currently giving away any books for free. I'm selling it for $15 because I received a large shipment and that was the selling price at the fair. Normally they cost $20 each, but I can make an exception for someone as interested as you. If the $15 price tag isn't a problem, you can purchase the book. Yes, okay. I only called because I wanted to help your business. Teaching myself to be a more pleasant person is a commendable gesture. You would get incredible exposure. Yes, but I work to make money. I don't want my work to be undervalued. Okay, so let me know if you change your mind. You have the website if you want to order. They always thank their supporters. Being kind to customers is essential. Okay, if I talk to anyone, I will be their enthusiastic advocate. Many people ask me how my channel grew so quickly and how I managed to gain 800,000 subscribers in just 2 or 3 months. My secret is that since starting my channel, I have offered a significant amount of money to someone on Instagram with just 200 followers, and they have supported me, which has driven my success. Our next post is about the story of my ex, Xe, from Hexham, with whom I broke up 11 years ago. At that time, we were facing financial difficulties. However, over the last 6 to 7 years, my venture has performed much better than expected. My ex-wife has remarried, but they have been facing financial difficulties. I typically pay a more generous amount of alimony than legally mandated, and my wife and I have a friendly relationship these days. My son turned 17 a few days ago, and since he got his driver's license last month, I decided to buy him a car. I discussed this with my ex-wife and she agreed it was a great idea since he splits his time between our homes and we live about 45 minutes away from each other. I decided to make him a special surprise for his birthday, especially since he's been doing really well at school and I felt like he deserved it. So I bought him a BMW 340 and invited my wife and her family to my house. We planned to surprise him with the car, but when she found out which car I had purchased, she was extremely upset. She thought it was unfair that my son got a BMW while she drove an older Civic, and she thought I was trying to harm her, which was not my intention. She was really shaken and insisted that it wasn't fair for my son to have a new car while she was driving an older car. She mentioned that she assumed I would buy a used car or something for my son. According to her, I could have simply given them the money, as that would have helped them much more. From what I understand, I have no obligation to pay more than I already do for them, and their finances are irrelevant to me. If I want to buy something nice for my child, I should be able to do so. So the fact that the wife says I should have given the $50,000 is clearly exaggerated. However, I understand where she is coming from. Giving a 17-year-old a $50,000 BMW is a bit extravagant too. I don't know, the idea of buying this kid a car seems more like a matter of demonstrating power to your ex-spouse. I mean, the wife can't afford to do such things, so this will be a constant reminder to both the ex-wife and the son that the father is more successful. And you, what do you think? Do you think the father acted a little recklessly here? Let me know in the comments. Our next post will address the topic of chemical revolt. Now, for some context, Opie made candy for a friend's baby shower, and the friend put down a 10% deposit. However, 3 weeks later, they still haven't made the payment. Hi Sharon, I hope you had a great time at her baby shower. I'm just wondering about paying for the candy and cookies. If money is tight for you, feel free to transfer the amount to my account. Well, if you weren't the one who came to my baby shower, I decided not to pay the rest of the money for the cookies. Sorry, but I texted you the night before to let you know I had a funeral the same day and couldn't make it. It is worth noting that my husband delivered the sweets as requested and free of charge, but now I need to be paid. I will send you my bank details so you can make the payment tonight. Thanks. Look, I don't intend to pay. I invited you as a friendly gesture, and you didn't show up. This is now your problem. Consider this my baby shower gift. I'm not willing to pay another $100. I have already paid the deposit, which means you have already received almost half of the amount. I see no reason for more money. You're being a bit greedy. I'm having a baby soon, so I need to save as much as possible. As for the cookies, don't contact me again, or I will call the police. You seem to be acting very presumptuous for someone I barely know. Not even my own family asks for discounts and has never refused to pay me. I will ask Denise to help me resolve this issue if you do not behave in a civilized manner. Congratulations once again on your pregnancy. I hope everything goes well. And please don't bother me or my family again. Please be aware that I have already called the police for your information. Sleep with one eye open. I would love to hear you call the police and explain that you stole from someone and now you are afraid to pay what you owe. Our next post is from Luca. Hey man, can you help me launch? Yes, of course. What do you need help with? Okay. Basically, I have a lot of talent to become a YouTuber, but I need money to buy a new graphics card to create videos. Do you think you can help me financially? Yes, I need $800. Believe me, bro, I'm going to become famous. Oh, I recognize you. You're funny in the videos. I promise I'll give you a shout out when I reach 1 million subscribers. I'm sorry, but I'm not willing to give $5 to people on the internet, let alone $800. But, bro, you follow me. And I promise I will make amazing videos. I'm sorry, but I don't want to contribute financially. If you unfollow me, that's okay. Okay, bro, you broke my heart with those words. But you are an idiot. I hope you drown in ugly words. Stay away from me and my family, or I will call the police. Know that I've already done this, you idiot. Please don't stop following me. I'm begging. Send me your PayPal, and I'll send you the money right now. Thank you very much. I would be so grateful, and I will give you a shout out, bro. I adore you. Wow, I just did the math out of curiosity. If I owed each of my subscribers $800, I would owe $685 million. So I've been thinking, instead of giving $800 to every fan, I should just give $685 million to one super fan. Let me know in the comments why you think you deserve so much free money from someone you've never met. Our next post is from Squeaks92. About a year ago, I started working as a store manager for a company that ran 2 different stores in Sydney. My main responsibility was to handle store operations, such as managing paperwork, ensuring everything was in order, disposing of expired products, and placing orders to replace damaged displays, among other tasks. A few months ago, I met a colleague at this store who was in a difficult situation. The store was full of disorganized paperwork and expired products. Additionally, the previous manager was using the back room as a sort of personal storage room, storing items like waffle makers, face paint, 90s CDs, and a ton of other stuff in boxes. It wasn't just a few small boxes, there were about 6 large boxes and many smaller boxes. These items had been there since May 2018, and now we were in February 2019. My main concern was managing the store's operations, so I didn't have time to contact this colleague. One day in mid-February, I received a call from her. She came forward and said she had been unfairly fired, claiming her boss was prejudiced and sexist. She stated that it was the best thing that happened to the store and that the store only continued to operate because of her. She voiced numerous complaints and accusations, many of which I was not aware of. She also mentioned that someone named Mike had put in a good word for me, but now she seemed to believe that I was uncool and that she would have to take legal action against me. So who should I hand over the documents to? I'm really sorry, but everything I mentioned to this lady was what she already said previously. I just want to get my belongings back, and you seem like the person who can help with that. Who are you that I can deliver the documents to you? I'm sorry for everything that happened. We don't need to take things to such a complicated level. I have just taken over responsibility for this store and would be happy to help you recover your items. What day will you be available to do this? That way, I can schedule a mutually convenient time and help you move your things. Currently, I really only need my waffle maker and my face paints, but I don't have a vehicle to get them out. Alright, I'll contact the boss and see what he says. I must get a U-Haul and company resources to help her. He's actually being quite reasonable considering the negative things she said about him. For context, I've known the boss for years, and he's a very understanding person who helps anyone in need. It's true that he can seem a little demanding at times, but that's how he does his job. In fact, he was the one who recommended me to this company where I am currently working. After calling her with her boss's response, she became very upset and began questioning, "Are you serious? I'm a single mother, I sprained my wrist, and I can't unload a truck by myself. Are you going to hire a moving crew to bring my items to my home and ensure they are handled with care? I'm really sorry, but I can't do that. The boss authorized you to take a U-Haul and assured me that I would help carry your belongings. I'm not willing to give my address, nor to the boss, because I'm afraid it could lead to persecution. I'm doing my best to resolve this fairly and efficiently, but if you're not willing to cooperate, I can't do more than that. I'm really trying to help." She threatened to call the police, and after several unsuccessful attempts to contact me, I decided to call the authorities just to make sure I was acting within the law and correctly. The last thing he wanted was to do something wrong or unfairly anger someone. The authorities advised me to give her a period of 30 days so she could recover her belongings. If she did not do so, the items would be discarded. They suggested I send this notification via email since she had not provided her address. So I emailed her, "Hello, ma'am. I just spoke with the chief and the police department, and they informed me that I can legally give you 30 days to retrieve your belongings. If otherwise, they will be discarded. Therefore, this is your 30-day notice to retrieve your items before that happens." I even sent a reminder after some time. "Hi, this is just a reminder that you have 14 days left to retrieve your belongings before they are discarded." I was eating a burrito with my boyfriend around 9:30 p.m. when I got a text, "Someone will be picking up my belongings tomorrow around 2 p.m. I have all the boxes ready at the front of the store. Thank you for understanding, but I don't feel comfortable leaving your belongings outside. I will bring them downstairs so they are easily accessible when you arrive, and I will have extra help loading things into your vehicle. I understand you mentioned that Sally had been stalking you for over a year, but I wanted to clarify that she no longer works here. Therefore, there is no reason to worry about it. However, I cannot take responsibility if any of her belongings are taken by someone else. I'm willing to bring your items downstairs when I'm at work tomorrow and help you carry them when the movers arrive. However, I will not leave your belongings outside the store all day. My son, who has special needs, will be here tomorrow, along with his schoolmates, to help. Therefore, please do not ask us to leave your things on the sidewalk. I'm sorry, but I can't agree to leaving your belongings outside. I will bring them downstairs, and you can either go inside to get them or they will be discarded as previously mentioned. I can't allow that to happen unless we have assurances that Sally really is no longer involved. If you feel too threatened to enter the store, you can call the police station and request a police officer to be present. Otherwise, the situation will remain as it is. You're acting like the Sally thing never happened. I worked at this store for 4 years, and far worse things have happened to me than the possibility of being shot. Let's make this easier. If Sally is still working at her company, you should pack all of her belongings in standard-sized boxes so that I can load them into my car before something bad happens. It's okay, I'll request a police officer to be present anyway, just to ensure both of your safety. I want to make sure the police are aware of the situation. You claimed that I knowingly lied about Sally's employment, even though I knew a child with special needs would be present tomorrow. This is not true. I informed her that Sally no longer works at my store. I will provide all the detailed information to the police on my part, and that's all. After that, she continued to insist that I lied about Sally's situation, and I simply stopped responding. I sent her a message at 1 p.m. asking for information, as I woke up to the news that she was on her way and didn't get a response. I was scheduled to leave at 3 p.m. so I wouldn't have to wait indefinitely, and by 2:30 p.m. I still hadn't heard from her. I sent a message at 3 p.m. that I was leaving and that if she decided to come and collect items from her, she should give me 24 hours notice so I could arrange for an officer to be present. She reacted negatively, stating that the moving company had already arrived and that they had already been paid, accusing me of making her lose hundreds of dollars, even though we had previously reached an agreement to resolve the situation fairly. Today, I invited her to pick up her things and we made sure someone was there until late. I called a police officer to monitor the situation and showed him the messages while we waited for him to arrive. When the lady walked in, she didn't look at all the boxes and immediately noticed that some of her things were missing, including her vacuum cleaner and art supplies. She turned to the police officer and sent messages saying that I had placed all the boxes in front of the store, which was not true. I want you to know that she is a pathological liar. I have a hardwood floor and no artistic skills, so I have no reason to steal these items. The police officer read all the messages and there was an awkward silence. Finally, the lady started carrying the boxes. The officer instructed her to make a list of all the things missing, and he would investigate later. There's so much more to this story, but it's exhausting just talking about it. This lady created an online hate page against the company and unfairly defamed Sally. All Sally did was work for her. Anyway, I'm not sure how this will be received in the Reddit community, but I thought it might be relevant to share. There are more details for anyone interested. I will be happy to share them. Oh, please tell me how this ends, otherwise I'll have to ask Sally to fetch what's left. This was our HistoReddit episode using beggars. If you believe you have the right to receive $685 million, I would like to hear your justification in the comments. Please share why you think you deserve such an amount. I hope you enjoyed this incredible story shared today. These fascinating accounts from Reddit always surprise us. If you want to continue following our stories and not miss any episodes of HistoReddit, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave your like and turn on the notification bell to get all our videos first. Thank you everyone for your support and the amazing community we're building here. Let's keep exploring the best stories on Reddit together.